What are the two main types of statistics? The two main types are descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics summarize and organize data, like showing averages or patterns in charts. Common techniques include measures like mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation, as well as visual tools such as tables, graphs, and charts. Inferential statistics use a smaller set of data to make predictions or conclusions about a larger group. It involves methods such as hypothesis testing, confidence intervals, regression, and ANOVA. To make this idea clearer, imagine descriptive statistics is like tasting every single dish at a buffet and then describing what you ate. You can say the pasta was creamy, the average spice level of the dishes was medium, and 60% of the items were vegetarian. Inferential statistics is like trying only a few dishes at a buffet and then guessing what the whole buffet is like. For example, after tasting 5 dishes, you might say, I think most of the food here is medium spicy, and maybe about half of it is vegetarian. What is the difference between population and sample? A population refers to the entire group that we are interested in studying, while a sample is just a smaller part of that group that we actually collect data from. To make this clearer, imagine first a whole cake sitting on the table. This represents the population because it is the complete set. Now imagine cutting out just one slice of that cake. This represents the sample because it is only a portion of the whole, but it still gives you a taste of what the entire cake is like. What are mean, median, and mode? The mean is the sum of all the values in a dataset divided by the total number of values. It represents the central or typical value of the data. The median is the middle value of a dataset when the numbers are arranged in order. If there is an odd number of values, the median is the exact middle one. If there is an even number of values, the median is the average of the two middle values. And mode is the value that appears most frequently. To make this easier to understand, mean. If you have 8 slices of pizza to share among 4 people, each person would get 2 slices on average. Median. If people line up from shortest to tallest, the median height is the height of the person exactly in the middle. Mode is like the most popular t-shirt color in a classroom. Whichever color is worn by the most students is the mode, for example, blue. What is standard deviation? Standard deviation is a measure of how much the data values spread out or differ from the mean, which is the average. To picture this, think of students' marks in a class. If most students score very close to the class average, the standard deviation is small. But if some students score very high while others score very low, then the marks are spread out widely and the standard deviation is large. What is variance? Variance is the square of the standard deviation, and it measures how spread out the data is from the mean. To make this easier to visualize, variance is like seeing how far each person is sitting from the middle of a classroom. If most people are close to the middle, the variance is small. If people are spread out across the room, the variance is large. What are probability and odds? Probability is the chance of an event happening expressed as a number between 0 and 1, while odds show the ratio of success to failure for that event. To make this idea clearer, a bettor places a bet on boxer A. The probability of boxer A winning is 1 out of 4 because there is one chance to win out of 4 total outcomes. The bookie sets the odds as 1 to 3, meaning for every 1 win, boxer A is expected to lose 3 times. Probability shows the chance of winning, while odds compare wins versus losses to guide the bet. What are the types of data? The main types are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Nominal data are labels or names like different types of fruits, which help us categorize but don't have any order. Ordinal data show a rank or order like first, second, and third place in a race, where the position matters but the exact difference between ranks may not. Interval data have meaningful differences between values, but no true zero, such as temperatures on a Celsius scale. Ratio data have all the properties of interval data plus a true zero, like weight or height, which allow us to compare values as multiples or fractions. What is correlation? Correlation measures the relationship between two variables ranging from -1 to +1. A correlation of +1 means a perfect positive relationship, a correlation of 0 means no relationship, and a correlation of -1 means a perfect negative relationship. To imagine this, think of three visuals. First, a student studying. The more time the student spends studying, the higher the grades. This is like a strong positive correlation. Second, drinking too much alcohol. As alcohol consumption increases, concentration and performance decrease. This is like a strong negative correlation. Third, a person with very long feet trying to make music. Foot size has no connection to musical talent. This is like zero correlation, where the two things are unrelated. What is a probability distribution? A probability distribution is simply a way of showing how chances are spread across all possible outcomes. Each outcome gets a probability, and together they always add up to 100%. It gives us the complete picture of all possibilities. Imagine a weather forecast. It might say there's a 40% chance of rain, 30% chance of cloudy skies, and 30% chance of sunshine. Notice how all the percentages add up to 100. That's exactly what a probability distribution does. It shows the likelihood of every possible scenario in one complete view. What is sampling bias? Sampling bias occurs when the sample chosen for a study does not accurately represent the entire population, which can lead to misleading results. To make this idea clearer, imagine asking only basketball players about their favorite sport. Since you are only surveying a specific group that prefers basketball, the result will be biased and won't reflect the preferences of the whole population. We have a wealth of content on AI, ML, statistics, Gen AI, and more, tailored for all skill levels from beginner to intermediate and advanced. Wishing you the very best in all your endeavors. I truly hope you found this session helpful and insightful. If this video added value to your learning journey, that is more than enough.